Welcome back. This is round 2 versus Bwizi. We'll be on the play. Kind of makes sense. A good looking hand here. Any way we slice it, we can get an Agony Warp turn 2. Just the perfect land to have in your opening hand. These tri-lands are so good, and it's kind of hard to get the one on your specific 3 colors. So very high pick. And yeah, let's go for an island here. Blue, scary color. Dimir Signet, can't do anything against that, but we can play Soul Warden. Yeah, these control matchups are going to be the hardest ones. Talon Trooper. Okay, we can deal with that. I don't think we need to go for Agony Warp at this stage when we just outclass it here. We'll save our Resto too, because that could come in handy. Yeah, these control matchups are all about conserving your cards and getting the most value out of them, as opposed to some aggro matchups where you just want to survive whatever the cost, because you can claw back later. Ooh, the Hookmaster. Well, that's okay. This makes me think they're a more aggressive build, but it's just a fine card to play, I guess. No special changes need to be made here. We do have Resto. But I don't want to run that out here for some reason. Huh. Okay. I kind of like redeploying Soul Warden. Just play Skyfisher, return Soul Warden, and then replay Soul Warden. Because that keeps us ahead on mana. It gives us a nice blocker for all their stuff, and we hold up Agony Warp this way. I'd rather hold up Restoration Angel if we have 6 or even 7 mana, so we don't deal with it, or we don't have it dealt with so easily. Yeah, so what's this going to be? A Seagate Oracle. Fine. More life for us. And they're down to 3 cards. I mean, I guess they're back up to 4 here. But it could be that their card quality just isn't that high. We can hope. Or at least of what they have in their hand. So next turn we'll be attacking here for 4, and that's just going to outclass anything they have. Soul Warden, this card doesn't look that good on paper. But for whatever reason, when it's in play, it makes tempo worse, it makes aggro worse. It's not something you want to spend removal on. It's an okay card. We could be facing down an opponent's Agony Warp, but we kind of do well against that. No reason to attack with anything here but the Gargoyle. Yeah, so we get a hit in there. And another time where I don't really want to cast the Resto, but we can. What the heck? Deputy of Acquittals. This is where we might want to Agony Warp like the Seagate Oracle, so they just don't get any value out of it. But that's not really necessary. We'll let them spend some mana and gain some more life. The card on its own doesn't shut down our offense here. Yep, here he is again. So do we play Resto? I think we do. And what's Resto gonna flicker? It can flicker the Tower Gargoyle. And then we'll have multiple ways to protect it after this. Yeah, and we might as well flicker it because it gains us a life, if nothing else. Nice, we untap. We untap with Ghostly Flicker and Momentary Blink. So we are in good shape. If I wanted to be really aggressive, we could try to get 9 damage in here by killing the Talon Trooper, but I don't want to do that. Not yet. Well, I say that, but if we do that, we still have Ghostly Flicker up. Yeah, let's do it. They might have a Ghostly Flicker style effect too, which is kind of why I didn't want to do this in the first place. They are the deck for it. I mean, instead of being a tempo flyers deck, this really is turning into a blink style deck. I mean, 3 of their cards work well in that deck. Oh, what could this be? Their own Restoration Angel, maybe? But they would have saved their Talon Trooper, I think. Unless they wanted to tap down the Hookmaster. Ether Toe. That might be what it is, Ether Toe. Ghostly Flicker's gonna do well against that. Alright, so their first target is Tower Gargoyle. And the second target is Restoration Angel. Yeah, instead of letting this happen, goodness. Yeah, ambulance just came by. We'll just flicker these 2 guys so we don't have to draw those again. Gains us 3 life. Now the shields are down. So they could resolve their Sphinx's Revelation or whatever it is. Sphinx for 5. Okay, Urbis Protector. That's pretty good here. If we had more mana, it'd be easier to fight through this nonsense. And they can't have a flicker effect here because they just don't have it. Yeah. In any case, our only attack is with Tower Gargoyle. I'm going to play Mist Meadow Witch and just pass here. We're at 1,000,000 life. There's no rush. Our deck's controlling too. I just don't want them to set up their own Mist Meadow Witch and start copying Urbis Protector. Get Deadeye Navigator out there. Now if they do play that, we have Soul Manipulation here. Just nothing to get back with it. Opportunity. Well, nothing to do about that. Now we are kind of in a rush. And they could certainly have a blink for their Protector. With all this white mana up. Tandem Lookout doesn't help. Okay. Mana would have been good here. I'll keep waiting. We really want to Crippling Chill that. They're doing this on our combat. That's fine. They do get to draw a card. We could have flickered it so they don't get to draw a card, but they already have 1,000,000 cards. So that's not too big of an issue here. I want to get rid of the Angel, is the big thing. It's their only flying blocker. It shuts down our entire team. I wouldn't have even wanted to attack with the Gargoyle there. Yeah, they're coming in with the Angel. Getting hit by it doesn't matter, but if we're going to kill it anyway, might as well. Now, if they resolve Deadeye Navigator, that'd be bad. I have not yet seen that card in this format. Luckily, fortunately. It is in this format, right? I'm not crazy. Oh no. Well, more life for us. We might even be able to survive them drawing through their whole deck. Yeah, I can't save our poor Mistmeadow Witch. But at least we get to attack through this Mistraven. Yeah, they only have one flyer. They could flicker the Urbis Protector. They could tap down our Restoration Angel again. Oh, gross. I don't love this happening, but it does continue to draw through their deck. And I'll just play out our little Mistmeadow Witch again, our unassuming witch, and hold up Soul Manipulation to protect against the worst, also Momentary Blink. Because our guy's getting tapped for one turn doesn't vex me as much as them getting dealt with, or our opponent resolving something amazing. And yeah, they're down to 3 cards already. They've been drawing lots of land. For whatever reason, we're still at 5 land on turn like 13 or whatever it is. It's about to be turn 11. We are running 16 or 17, something like that, with 3 signets. Yeah, I guess it is only 16 land, but haven't seen any of our signets yet either. Are they going to come in here with the Mistraven? Yeah, I mean, it's about time, right? Do we do anything here? We could Momentary Blink, but instead of that, we'll see what our opponent does. I'm just going to block the Urbis Protector, hopefully trade with it. And if our guy dies, that's alright, because when we counter something we can get it back. At least it's some more value there. Yeah, they're going to let it happen. That's wonderful. That means no more Urbis Protectors unless they're reanimating somehow. Now they're going to Momentary Blink? To what end? Get our Mistmeadow Witch again? No, Tower Gargoyle. At some point, yeah, this is okay. I was going to say at some point we'd want to flicker the Restoration Angel, but you got to be patient here. Because here's some big creature that we can't deal with, another Mistraven. Sensor Splicer. Yeah, I'm fine with countering this. We don't actually have that much to deal with all this. They're down to 1 card. They've got a... Was that from the graveyard? No, they've got Momentary Blink still in the graveyard. We can play Soul Warden into Gargoyle. Playing a bit sloppy here, but yeah, get another 2 damage. So yeah, a lot of important elements in this control matchup. We are picking away at their life total. We are ahead in cards, like they've drawn more of their library. So I guess we're behind in cards, but you know, that doesn't favor them, given the board and the hand size. And we're ahead on time, and that's a huge resource when you're playing control like this. When you've got some grindy combos like Mistmeadow Witches, and you get behind on time, and you're looking to finish 2 matches in 10 minutes or something, that can definitely be a way to lose it. Ghostly Flicker for all the value. How many times are we going to have to play our Mist Meadow Witch? So they've got a couple triggers they need to stack. And yeah, just being fast at doing all this is going to help out your time a lot. Alright, so they're choosing what to return. Tower Gargoyle makes sense. But I really don't care. The more we get to cast the Gargoyle, the harder it is for them to kill us. And they could have something like Terminus, but our life total is so high here. They're going to have to be able to... They need to resolve their own Mist Meadow Witch and get a big combo out there. So far, they have not. Okay. And we're still attacking for decent damage here. I mean, they still have Momentary Blink, and that's all fine. Take it to 5. Alright, got it. That was game 1, and they've used up 10 minutes. So if we lose the next one in 10 minutes, they'll only have 5 minutes left. So we want to kind of draw it out as long as possible. It is a consideration. Now, yeah, I wasn't too afraid of what they showed us. Seance doesn't look great. They've got a little bit of flying, but not a ton. Abyssal Spectre might be good. Maybe Wingcrafter isn't great. Alright, let's try this. We're going to take out 1 Wingcrafter and put in 1 Abyssal Spectre, because it seems to be a grindy enough matchup, even if it'll be impossible to ever cast our double black. Again, the longer the game goes, the better the mana gets. Alright, we've got turn 3... there he is. We've got turn 3 Resto, at the very least. We play the Orzhov Signet in case we happen to draw our black source. Then I'd rather get out Abyssal Spectre. Because the damage wasn't that important that game. It was more about, you know, just the other resources, the time and cards. Okay, black. Here we go. Nope. Not quite yet. That might be a decent play. Ranger here. It thickens our deck, meaning putting more chance to draw the right kind of things. We could get Wingcrafter and Soul Warden. Lawkeeper might just be the best card in a vacuum, but we're not going to have that much time to fiddle with that. I'll get these 2. Back up to 7. We're trading hits of 2 for 3, so we're ahead in the race. Unless they play a... Well, they can't play the Mist Meadow, or Mist Raven, or whatever it is. But that'll do as well. Alright. Various options here. Mist Meadow Witch would be nice to get out. Resto ambushes the Talon thing. We could do Soul Warden and Resto. Or we could do Signet with only Resto. I'm going to do the Soul Warden here. And take the Soul Warden route. Then we can get our last thing with a Ranger. Oh, they're going for it. Nice. We block more damage if we chump the Golem and then flicker it. But let's get greedy here. and just go to the heck, triggered abilities. It's usually where I put the stack. Yeah, let's get greedy and just try to eat the Talon Trooper. Get our last little dude, Lawkeeper. So, Ranger's been very good this game. 4 for 1. Now, are they going to flicker their own Talon Trooper to save it? Or would they rather spend it on their Master Splicer? Whatever they do, we're going to gain some life here. They'll Crippling Chill it. Well, I suppose that works. Given that, they can't really have anything else to do here. Let's trade these guys off. They've done enough. They need some rest. Okay, no chance of drawing other lands here, so we can safely put that into play. Oh, I guess we have Kor Skyfisher. Whoops. We're not going to be using any black this turn. So what now? We'll just play the rest of our stuff. We'll play Lawkeeper. We'll play Wingcrafter, but not bond it. And Mistmeadow Witch, so we can use its ability. And no bonding. Still ahead on time here. It looks like it's going to be a slow one. Another good reason to trade off there. Yeah, no good blocks here. And no double black yet. Well, if we were really tricky, which we might be, we could use double black from Orzhov's Signet by returning it. Oh, let's do that, I think. Try to see how this will work. So, we use up the blue here. So we cast Kor Skyfisher. I'm being a little sloppy, so I'm not actually sure how much of this we're going to get. We don't want to bond here. We want to return Orzhov's Signet. Play the Signet using our blue. Is this even going to be enough? Yeah, it's 3. Use our green. And play our stupid Spectre. Oh, that was dumb. And do we want to pair this? No, we don't want to pair it. If they flicker their stuff, it still doesn't kill Restoration Angel. That was a very expensive Spectre. Not too bad, I suppose, because it really only cost us 1 more. Yeah, they are flickering this stupid Splicer. That's alright. Our Mistmeadow Witch is a good answer to the Golem, as long as they don't deal with our Witch. Alright, you got it. We'll take it. So they are getting us down there by hitting for 4 every few turns. Huh. Alright, play land. They've got 5 cards in hand. I'm just going to play this slowly and carefully by attacking with Resto. They probably have another Crippling Chill. Because with 5 cards in their hand, Abyssal Spectre isn't as good as if they have much less. Let's count the mana though. We've got 4, we'll have 3 left over. We don't want to play Tower Gargoyle. What we want to do is tap down the Talon Trooper on their turn and Mist Meadow Witch their Golem. Then we can attack with everything in the air. And this turn we'll just attack with our Angel. The Resto Thragtusk deck. So they still get another shot at this Momentary Blink, which they might want to do this turn, but that uses up 4, so that means no Crippling Chill in addition to the Blink. But yeah, we don't need to do anything fancy to do well in this next turn, as long as a lot of our stuff stays alive. There's 2 reasons why your opponent might be taking a lot of time. They're thinking very hard, or they're despairing. They just say, I can't believe it. I can't believe how bad this is. It's just way too bad. But I imagine they have options there, and they're just thinking about it. Thinking their time away. At some point, though, they'll have to... Well, no, they have to win this game, so they can't just concede this game to save time, which you'll sometimes see. If your opponent is down on time but ahead on games, they could concede a game early to try to have a better chance to win the last game. But they do not have that option. Attackers, Resto, that's what we decided on, nothing's changed. Except the opponent's clock. Take it. We're still catching up here, but I think we just pass back. And are they going to copy this, or flicker the Splicer? No, they're going to cast Opportunity on themselves. Yeah, let's let that happen. We're going to Mist Meadow Witch the Golem anyway. But I guess we can let them attack first. And if they don't attack with it, then we just do it at the end of turn. There's no way of giving it hexproof. You can give it indestructible, but the Mist Meadow Witch still evaporates it. So good. Esper, their problem is they're not playing enough colors. We're just splashing green for our extra goodness. Oh no, what is this? You're going to bounce a Mist Meadow? Oh, Abyssal Spectre. That's fine. Oh no, we can't replay it. Okay. Oh well. Get rid of this Golem. And then we'll tap down Talon Trooper. Not much else to say about that, although our attacks aren't great here. They still have Momentary Blink, although not really. But I don't want to take too much damage on the backswing. Yeah, weird turn here. In any case, we'll just play Tower Gargoyle, and we'll have a tap and an exile. Yeah, they're going to cripple this thing. We could flicker it, but that doesn't do much, especially on begin combat, because we can't like return Orzhov's Signet and do anything tricky there. So we'll let this happen. No more crippling chills from them, I would assume. Alright, Signet nonsense, go. I'm trying, I really am. There we go. Soul Bond? At this point, sure. It's not going to get soul bonded with anything else. And we can always flicker it if need be. Let us tap down the Talon Trooper. Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter, does it? And is there anything else here to do? We could unlock our Restoration Angel, but that exposes it to like instant speed removal, like Path to Exile, so I'm not going to worry about that. Uh-oh, compulsive research? We could return Skyfisher and get a land back to our hand. Well, if we're doing that, let's attack first anyway. Cut them in half here if they take it. They do have Momentary Blink, which I imagine they'll do here. And what? Return Skyfisher? I'd be fine with that, because then we do get to play Spectre, or at the very least, return a land for the research. You're returning this thing. I mean, sure. Again, that exposes Resto to removal or Tower Gargoyle, but we'll let it happen. Puts them at 10, right? Alright, first thing, let's try to resolve this guy. They don't have a creature in the graveyard, so if they counter it, they don't get much value back. Alright. Compulsive, we have to discard 2. So let's discard the cards we can't play, Abyssal Spectre and Signet. We don't need green, particularly, so yeah. I'm down for this. It's worth thinking about killing the Splicer or the Raven there so they don't get to flicker them again. And if we wait until now, they might have like double flicker. Oh, goodness gracious. Well, let's do this. Counter return on the Mist Meadow Witch. 2 can play at that game. Oh, we should have kept white up. Or that works. Yeah, foil Soul Manipulation beats a matte one any day.